So today is the first session for SAP SD. So let us go through the introduction of SAP SD. Before we getting into the introduction and try to understand what this SAP SD consists, let us try to understand what is SAP. So for that, I have a simple and small slide which I have prepared. I'll just open that slide and we will go through that for better understanding. Now let me close this. So here we go. This is a small slide that I have prepared. So before I try to get into this particular slide, let me try to explain how we are going to learn the entire course throughout, and also I will show you the course contents. So you can just go through the course contents, and if you have any questions or clarifications, you can come back and you can ask the question in tomorrow's class. Now let me show you the course contents which you will get it by 2 p.m. along with the today's class video recording. Now I'm just opening the course contents. See here, SAP SD sales and distribution module. So now how we as a SAP SD students, how are we going to learn this SAP SD? Now see here, you have some kind of brief information about myself and what is it and all. You can go through that. And also, if you see from the second page, this is where all the table of contents have been started. So all the table of contents you can see over here, and you can go through this. So this is the total table of contents that we will go through during our course of action. So this is the, you can go through that. But how are we going to learn, and what is the model that we opt for learning SAP SD? See here, there are some highlighted points. Okay, see here, corporate training model. So we actually go on the basis of corporate training model during our training. So what do you mean by corporate training model? So if any employee is being hired as a fresher or something, then those freshers may not be having any specific skill which will directly help the companies to put them into work. So for that reason, what they do, they will provide a training for a month or 2 months or 3 months. On the basis of, after completion of training, what and all the activities that they will be doing on daily basis. Based on that only, they will train for about 1 to 3 months. So now we are also learning SAP SD in the same manner. So what do you mean by that? What we learn during the course is what you are going to do. All of you are going to do in the SAP projects as an SAP SD consultant, which means we have to learn each and every bit and piece of what we discuss, so that you can enjoy working as an SAP SD consultant in any organization related to any project. So that's the meaning, and that's how we have adapted the corporate training model to ensure that smoothly we can handle the SAP SD business transactions and work as an SAP SD consultant. And our training is a real-time SAP training. So what do you mean by that? See, basically, so based on what activities that we do on day-to-day basis, in the same manner we are going to learn, and also in the sequence. So that's the reason why we will call this as real-time SAP training. So on daily basis, from morning to evening, you as a SAP SD consultant, what you do in the offices, in the same manner we will be learning the course throughout 2.5 months, and learning by doing. So every day, after maybe after 2, 3, 4, 5 classes of introduction, then we will get into SAP system. Every day from the start of the session to till end of the session, we will operate SAP system, and we will try to do all necessary activities that we are supposed to do as an SAP SD consultant. So you, all of you, as you also will have to work as an will have to work and practice, like how you work in the projects after you get offer or job in any organization. So that's the reason learning by doing. Every day we must practice. What is being taught in the class must be practiced on the same day by spending about 2 hours in a day. So if all of you spend 2 hours per day, then within 3 months it's very easy for you to become an SAP SD consultant. So that is the learning by doing. And also you have to ensure from your end that whatever we discuss on daily basis, you are practicing it and you are up to date. And if you have any questions or clarifications, you can come back to me. And our training is on the basis of project based training. What do you mean by that? See, after the introduction, so what we do is basically, so we will take out one of the SAP project, maybe after 3, 4, 5 classes, not more than that. Then on that project, we as a SAP SD consultants, what is the start for us? How do we start the activities in any one project, and how we will end up with this particular project? So basically, during the entire project, what kind of activities we will be doing, you will have a clear picture. Why? Because we will take any one project, we will assume one project, one client, and we will assume that we are working as an SAP SG consultant in some organization, and then we are working in this project throughout the project life cycle. What are all the activities that we are supposed to do as an SAP SD consultant? Same activities we will be doing after 3, 4 introduction classes. So that's the reason why we have this point in place. So that's the project based learning. So we will learn on the basis of the SAP project. So on SAP project, what activities that we do, same thing we will do during the course also by taking one as a project. And the not but last but not the least, that is coaching and monitoring. So what I do is I'll provide you training. I'll provide you for every chapter interview questions and answers. And also I'll provide you some examples as to how you get the requirements for you to work on. So the same kind of similar kind of requirements how you receive in the real time projects, similar kind of the homework will be given. So that homework, if you do it, it is like you are working in an SAP project, exactly same, no difference. So you have to take time and you have to do the homework. And if you find any difficulties, then you are always, I'm always there to support you on getting the clarifications on that. So that you need to take care of it. So this is how we will go with that, and this is how training will be. And the training will go on for 2.5 months, about 75 days you can consider. And the classes will be from Monday to Friday. Saturday, Sunday there won't be a class, and each and every class is for 1 hour 15 minutes from 7 to 8:15 a.m. It may be 5 minutes here there, that can be managed, like. And you can go through this particular PDF with all these course contents. You will get it by 2 p.m. along with today's class recording. So till here, anybody has any question? See, we cannot go through each and every course content, so that you can just go through it. And if you have any questions or clarifications, you can come back to me in the tomorrow's class. Right, so let me close this course content which we will be getting. And also along with that, you will get the SAP SD. There are some different modules, like SD means sales and distribution, who will provide solutions for sales department, for procurement department, FICO for finance department, and things like that. So some of the important module names, their abbreviation, and the definition of the module. So FI module is very robust and covers almost all financial business process, like this, some definitions. If you go, is there, CO is there, HCM is there, like this. You will find your SD also down the line somewhere. See, SAP SD module. So SD module, SD is sales and distribution. SAP Sales and Distribution, or SD, is an important module for SAP ERP consisting of business processes required in selling, shipping, billing of the product. So all these things you can just go through it. This also you will get along with the today's class recording. Right. Now let us begin with introduction to SAP. Then we will try to understand what will be there for us as an SAP SD consultant to work in SAP projects. So now I'm just opening the slide. I think slide is already opened. So let me maximize this. So now SAP. See here, you might have heard SAP. So few people you might have seen that a few people will pronounce it as SAP. So it is not a word. We should not pronounce it as SAP. We have to pronounce it as SAP only. So that's the first thing that we should have clarity before we becoming SAP consultant. It could be any part. So we should pronounce it as SAP, not SAP. Most of the people call, but it's not correct. So it is an abbreviation. It's not a word. See, SAP stands for Systems, Applications, and Products in Data Processing. Basically, what this definition is saying is that SAP will help the companies, okay, to maintain systems and to maintain applications and products in data processing. So SAP consists systems and applications, means softwares, and products related to any products, and these information can be processed. These systems data can be processed in SAP. So for now just remember, SAP stands for Systems, Applications, and Products in Data Processing. Let us see what is it and how systems and applications and products work together in SAP, right? So that we will see it in later stages. So now see here, SAP is an ERP package or software. So what do you mean by ERP? See, there are different kinds of softwares. Okay, so all the softwares that we see in entire world has segregated into three types of softwares. Number one, standalone. Number two, client server application, and number three, web applications. Okay, now any software you take it, it will fall under any one of any one of the three criterias and three types of softwares. Now, so that is different case. Anyhow, I will give you the introduction on that as well. What is mean by ERP package or ERP software? Okay. Now see here, ERP is nothing but enterprise resource planning. Now, what do you mean by enterprise? Enterprise is nothing but it can be any organization or any company. It can be Cadbury company. It can be Boeing, aviation company, flights manufacturing company. It can be an automobile company, okay, like Tata Motors, okay, or Bench or BMW, or it can be a chemical company, or it can be a pharmaceutical company. So all these are organizations or companies. So enterprise is nothing but organization. Enterprise resource in any organization, if you take, what do you mean by resource? Resources means it can be any one of these four. What are those? See here, men. In the company organization, men will be there, materials will be there. Say for example, if any enterprise, any organization, any company, if you take it, if employees are there, at least for the employees to sit, they need a chair. To work on, they need a table, they need a power, they need a building, office. All these things are the materials. And if the company is a Cadbury company, what do they do? They'll manufacture the cookies and chocolates. So for them to manufacture cookies and chocolates, they need raw materials. What raw materials that they need? Maybe milk, jaggery, sugar, dry fruits, coffee beans. So all these things are the raw materials that is needed. That is also material. That is also a resource. All employees also resources. And for them to manufacture all these toffees, all these chocolates, all these cookies, they need a plant. So plant machinery is needed. So it has to be manufactured it has to be processed through the manufacturing plant. So that is machines and things like that. And of course money. Without money, so you cannot start any organization, right? For the office setup you require money. For hiring employees you require money. For them to work effectively from morning to evening in the company, you need to provide all basic necessary things, that is table, chair, laptops, power, all those things, table, cable connectivity, network connectivity, things like that. So all these are materials. So enterprise, we understood, it can be any company. Resources is nothing but it can be men, materials, machines, and money, and planning. So now my question is, so ERP packages will help the companies to plan all these resources available in the enterprise. Now tell me, why do you need to plan? My question is, why do you need to plan? Say for example, if you try to work without any plan or without any goal, then you will never come to know what you need to do the next day when you wake up, right? So you should have some goal. Okay, I have to complete this, or you should have some goal stating that, okay, work is so much, so many projects we have to manufacture 55 lakhs of curtains of, or tins of some chocolates. Then now you decide, every month if you want to manufacture say 1 lakh tons of cookies and chocolates, then you can easily decide what is the manufacturing facility that you are required to produce so many 50,000 tons of the products that you manufacture within a month. So what is the manufacturing facility that you should have, and how many laborers or employees should work in the manufacturing facility, and who will hire them, how many HR, how many members to be is required for you to hire so many members. See, all these things will come into picture when you plan it properly. And again, one more thing, say consider your organization is a huge organization. Now consider TCS, Tata Consultancy Services. Consider they are having about 3 lakh employees. Now tell me, you are the owner, or Ratan Tata is the owner. Now, how Ratan Tata will come to know among so many 3 lakh employees, how Ratan Tata will come to know who is working, who is sitting idle, who is working in which project, from when to when? So now, how will you come to know? Say among 3 lakh people, say consider 2 lakh 85,000 are working, and remaining 15,000 newly hired people. Now, how the HR department recognize those people who are not assigned to any project, that 15,000 people? Huh? So, do they need to write in some books, and do they need to keep it? Then who will refer that? So where do you put it? In which software you put it? So for giving this clear picture as to how much finance has been invested by Ratan Tata in his organization TCS, and each penny has been utilized at which point in time, which place, for what purpose, for purchasing raw materials or for paying salaries, how much this month, last month how much rent has been paid, how much transportation money has been paid. So where will you keep? If you don't have a if you don't have a keep a track of it, then people may misuse it, which you will never ever come to know. So for that reason, you will have to account somebody to maintain all this information in the system, so that if all these business transactions, like procuring of raw materials, or paying the salaries, paying the rent, paying the wages, and seeing who is working, who is not working, who is assigned to the project, who is not assigned to the project, how they will come to know? There should be some software. Okay, say for example, consider sales. Let us come to the sales. Now you are into the sales department, and there are some people, say 100 members working in sales department. Now tell me, morning to evening, what did they do? Now Say, for example, production department has to do the production. So last year, this month, 2020 year, December month, tell me how much the sale happened in the business. Say, for example, 30,000 crores sale is happened in the December 2020. Now, which project has been sold for how much quantity? That they will see, and for this year December they will keep so much stock ready. Why? Because definitely so much, around so much, a sale will happen. Now, after they are manufacturing so much based on the plan, whatever the strategy that they have used, after they have manufactured so many products, now tell me the sales department is having any idea as to how much they should sell? Of course. For every sales department, there will be a target which will be given to each and every sales employee, stating that, see, this month your sales target for every employee, they will say, for every employee, say this is one sales employee in the sales department, so this employee will get a sales target, so you have to get 1 crore business, boss, by the end of December. Like that, if they distribute the number of crores sale among all the sales department, then they can easily sell the products that are being manufactured in November month and keep it ready for the December month sale. Understanding? So now, how you are the owner of the company or somebody XYZ come to know that, say this person Rami, who is a sales, executive or business development manager, whoever it is, this guy has a target of 1 crore. How will you come to know? So say, for example, there is a procurement department, there is one employee, okay, who will procure the raw materials for production, say milk, jaggery, okay, sugar, XYZ. Now this guy has procured milk for, say, 42 rupees per liter. Now you have to record who is the person purchase the milk. Why? Because see here, if you see, if anybody purchasing in bulk, the milk is available for 35 rupees per liter. Now tomorrow when you do the verification validation, at the time you found something like there is a raw material called milk which was procured for 42 rupees. Why is that necessary when the market is providing you for 35 rupees? So like that, you can drill down the person who is responsible for purchasing the raw material for higher price, and you can check and you can do. So that is how you can track it. So for you to track it, while you analyzing after taking the report, you should record it, right? Who purchased, for how much price the material has been purchased, and then when you do analysis, what is the reason for you to do the analysis? By taking the reports whenever it is needed. So because you want to maximize the profits, that's the motto of any business. See, you take any business, you take any business owner, so the business owner motto is to earn money at the end of the day. Every company will have their own core values, okay, their own way of doing the business, their own strategies in the market to sell their products as well as services. But at the end of the day, for what reason any owner of the company has established that organization? For making the money. This is the truth. Now, for you to maximize the profits, what you should do? So you will have to be very careful with all the business transactions that are happening, and you have to make sure that all the resources available in the company has been effectively utilized. Then only you can have a greater profits. Say, for example, for you it is required only 90 employees. Now you hired 100 employees. But what is the necessity for you in the organization? Only 90 members. But you hired 100 members. End of the month, you have to provide salary for 100 members. Then for 10 members, why are you paying the salary? It is unnecessary. Then why these things are happening? Because you do not have a track of it. So when will you have a track of it? When you have all these information, employees, products, services, finance, everything, wherever any business transaction is happening, if you record that. And future, if you analyze each and everything, what is happening, what is not happening, HR department, hire the people and see how many people are idle and see how much expense happen. So now see, unnecessarily for 10 members you are paying salary. Now, how can you maximize the profit? Of course, it will come down. Why? You are unnecessarily giving spends. Now, sales department, they are aramse doing their work. So why? Because you haven't provided the targets. Then there are so many materials which are manufactured, it is lying in the manufacturing plant. Sales is not happening properly. Why those people are not working properly? Because you haven't been tracked each and every information of every individual. If you track it, if you put the target and if you track it, they will strive in the market to get better business. So now, for all these things to be recorded, every organization requires some softwares. See, this guy purchased milk for 42 rupees. Why? Has he taken commission for 5 rupees and given advantage of taking 2 rupees for the milk federation or whoever it is? So in order to purchase for 35, why? So it cannot be happening. Only when you record each and every business transaction, try to analyze and minimize the all uncertainties so that you can improve the profits. So now, coming back to SAP, what is this SAP? This SAP is also an ERP software. We understood, right? It's an ERP software. Now tell me, for what purpose this SAP will be used? This SAP ERP will be used for maintaining the business transactions of each and every department. Now, in an organization, take any organization. In an organization, how many departments will be there? Production department, HR department, sales department, finance department, right? So all these departments will have different business transaction. If you take finance, what is credit? Whom you have paid money and from whom you have received it, and when you pay rent, how much you paid. All these things is the finance business transaction. When it comes to sales, okay, how many customers you have, company has, and how much sale is happening from each and every customer, and who is bringing that sales from each and every customer, and which sales employee is responsible for which customers, and how much business they should get it, and when they send any place an order or creation of order and deliver the products to that particular customer and raise an invoice and send it to them, and when he customer makes the payment, the finance department will collect the money, because money collection will happen from the finance department, not sales department. So like this, each and every department has its own business transactions. What about procurement? So they will ask production department, boss, tell me, when are you starting production, for how much quantity, for that what raw material required, how much liters of milk is needed, how many tons of jaggery is needed, how many quintals of dry fruits is needed, you tell me, on that day I'll keep it ready. So procurement, so what they do, they will have vendor masters from where they will procure the raw materials. Say for example, Karnataka Sugar Mill Limited, so from there, and there will be AP Sugar Mill Limited and Matrix Sugar Mill Limited. Like that, they will have a number of people, they'll be in contact with them, and they will purchase as and when required with the best price. Same way, dry fruits needed, jaggery needed, some XYZ, all the raw materials, wheat required. So they will have. So that is their activity. Maintain vendor masters and raise purchase order to purchase the raw materials, how much quantity, what price, all these things, and receive the goods and receive the invoice from the vendor and verify whether the invoice is properly sent or not with the right price. All these things are the procurement business transaction, that is MM. So now for the procurement department, SAP MM will take care. For finance department, SAP FICO will take care. And for SD, you will have to take care of this. So what do you mean by take care of this? You no need to create a daily sales order delivery billing. There is a application SAP, And SAP application, there is a functionalities which are designed related to sales department, creation of order, delivery, billing. Any modifications is needed for that according to their needs and requirements. You have to mold that SAP system. Now, how will you mold? I don't know programming. You are not given access to write even single line of code also. There is nothing. You are not required to write any programs. You have to do only configurations, which means enter some value in the field, select some checkboxes, deselect some checkboxes, choose the radio button, drag something from somewhere and drop somewhere, click on the link and save it. This is the configuration. Now tell me, for this configuration, for doing clicking, dragging, dropping, choosing from the drop down and saving it, for this, do you require any special technology for you to become? Nothing. So if you know how to operate the website, then that is enough. Anytime for the SD rate, so you may be thinking, okay, what if any program is needed to be changed? You will have ABAP team, technical consultants. ABAP team, you just raise a request stating that, so prepare one document and send that to the developer stating that, see boss, this is the functionality which is needed. So there is no such functionality in SAP, standard SAP system. So you just write some program which will come up with these functionalities. Then I will test and confirm you. Once you test and confirm, then your job is done. Then after that, business will start using that, right? As simple as that. So now see here, ERP. ERP is software and systems used to plan and manage all the core supply chain, manufacturing, services, financials, and other processes of the enterprise. Just now we have seen this. I have explained you. ERP covers all techniques and concepts for the best utilization of resources. See, any ERP software, whoever developed ERP software. So SAP company has developed SAP ERP software, and that SAP ERP software will have all the techniques as to how you can actually do the business transactions related to specific module. So now SAP has designed the SAP ERP application in the form of modules. So each module represents the solutions for each department. That is as simple as that. So when you say SAP SD, so that part of area will functionalities will actually help in terms of doing the business transactions related to sales and distribution department, SD department, sales department. So when already best utilization of resources, when already they have developed it, what should we do? Now see here, SAP ERP software, keeping all the companies in mind, keeping all sales departments in different companies, mechanical, aviation, pharmaceutical, chemical, automobiles, all the companies that exist in the world, keeping that in mind, they have developed all basic features in SAP. So 70%, 60, 70% always those things will fit to any project. You take any software, if you take any company, if they are trying to use ERP software, SAP ERP software, at the time, the existing standard functionalities, 70% I would say, easily you can apply that. But only just remaining 20 to 30% changes which are not there, for that we will work it. So how we will work out? So that's very easy. So that we will come to know by another 2.5 months. So that is the reason why we need it. Because say, for example, you purchase one apartment for 70 lakhs in your city, whatever the city that you want it. Now tell me, after you purchasing an apartment for 70 lakhs, don't you spend a single penny on that particular apartment? Of course. Now you need sofa, it's not there. You need a television, whatever the rack or showcase or whatever you do, that is needed. And they haven't provided the cupboards, but they provided it, that is not up to the quality that you expect. You remove and throw away, and you will bring one carpenter and you make that to be done. And they have maintained the standard painting which you don't like it, or your loved persons, your family members don't like it, so you will bring the painter and you will paint according to your needs and requirement. Now see, after you spending 70 lakhs, again you are spending 5-6 lakhs on that. So why? Because that is how the each and every project requirements will be. That is the reason why I am saying that 20 to 25% what changes that is needed from the standard one SAP ERP, for that we require. So how much more gap will be there from the standard SAP functionalities to the client business needs and requirements, so much work SAP consultants will get. Understanding? So we will work on that particular gap. So already there are around 70% there are built, more maybe in some projects more than 70 also. Rare projects it can be less than 70 also, and an average I am telling. So utilization of best utilization of the resources of the enterprise to maximize the profits. So what does it mean? Creation of sales order, creation of delivery, creation of billing document, all these functionalities are already there, but in that only there will be some or the other change to be done for the according to the client needs and requirements. So for that reason we require. So that is the ERP software. So SAP ERP software will be used by any organization. It can be any domain. It can be a aviation, it can be a chemical, it can be a pharmaceutical, it can be a food industry, it can be any service industry like banks and all. You can actually, they can actually use the SAP ERP software for their sales department for both products as well as services. And it is very much popular. You will come to know why it is so popular. Right? This is the ERP software. Now see here, as I mentioned, this SAP ERP has capability to provide solutions for any department of the organization. What do you mean by that? See, for sales department, it has come up with the functionalities related to sales that they have designed it as SD module. And what business transactions? See, sales order, delivery, transportation, invoice, all these things will happen in the sales. So all the basic functionalities is already inbuilt. You are nothing to do with that. In there, say walls was there, painting was there, something you didn't like it, so that you have replaced with some other page. Same way here also, SAP ERP provide solutions for all departments in an organization, and each department solutions have been developed in the form of modules. SD module, logistics execution module, material management module, production planning module, plant maintenance plant systems module, financial and accounting module, controlling module, HR module, SCM module. Okay, like that there are some other different modules. You can go to the Excel, then you'll come to know around 40 different modules, which are, there is more than that. Now see here, there is each and every module what kind of business transactions will happen, so there is some idea. Now see here, so now you understood that SAP ERP has developed for providing solutions for all departments of the any company. It can be any industry. It can be a pharmaceutical, it can be a aviation, it can be a food industry, it can be a chemical industry, it can be electronics electrical industry, or any. So now what did you understand with this? See, when you log into SAP system, it is not necessary for you to learn the all the functionalities that you see in the SAP system. So you have to look at only the area related to SD, and there only you need to focus, and there only you need to provide the solutions. By, because FI, you have FI consultant to look take care of the functionalities related to FI. Procurement, you have consultant who will take care of maintaining vendor masters, okay, maintaining the inventory stocks, which stocks is less, which is more, which is needed to be purchased, to where it has to be purchased, what department it is needed, chair is needed, table. So all those things they'll take care of it, like that. So don't think that everything that you see in SAP must be learned. So you have to learn only the functionalities related to SD. Now, see here, ERP is based on integrated management of all departments in the enterprise. Enterprise is nothing but company, guys, nothing else. Normal company, okay? Cadbury company, Cipla company, okay, Boeing company, okay, GM, General Motors Company, okay, Tata Motors, TCS, like this, it's a company, enterprise. Now, integrated management of all the departments. Now, see, single ERP system has all the functionalities. See, this is when SAP ERP has all the functions. That's the reason why we'll call it as this ERP is integrated management. What is manage? Again, what is manage? Integrated management. Now, see here, say for example, you in SD, you got one sales order. So somebody has placed an order. Say in Swiggy, you place an order for the breakfast. Swiggy or Zomato, food delivery apps. You place an order, then you will make the payment, then you will get the delivery. Or you place order, you get the delivery and opt for cash on delivery. Then you make the payment. Then they will send you invoice to your registered email ID. Now, same way, when the invoice is being raised, who will collect the payment? The payment will be collected by the finance department, FI. Now, how will they come to know when you raise invoice? How will they come to know that you have delivered the goods to some customer and this is the amount that needed to be collected by this date? How the finance department will come to know? So that is the reason we will do some kind of integrations wherein which at the time of any invoice is being raised by the sales department, one copy will be generated to the finance department stating that from this customer you have to collect so much money immediately. You have to collect so much money immediately. So, like that information will automatically pass it on to the other department as and when it is needed. That is the reason why we will call it as integrated management. See, here you are doing some business transaction, automatically here it will update. Why it is necessary? Because these are the people who will do follow up and collect the money, or these are the people who will receive the money from customer. If the customer is making the payment, these people, so how will these people understand this customer has to pay how much money? So there should be a record. So that record will automatically generated at the time of the sales department guys are posting the invoices. Now let me look into it. If possible, I will show you what it is. Say here, so that is the integrated management. Now see here, I'll just log into SAP. I'll see if I can do that. See, this is how you log in to SAP system. Okay. Now see here, I'm going to create one sales order. See, there is a separate screen. To this screen, if you go, you can create the sales order. I'm going to try to create a sales order. Don't worry about all these things. What I am entering, you no need to worry. So there is one customer. The customer name is this. For this customer, so I'll say 1000 customer. I just click on enter. Okay. So I choose this. Say continue. Don't worry, all these things you will come to know later. Okay. This customer is not functioning. VA01. I'm just taking the standard information. Let me see. Okay. Okay, this customer is also not working. Okay, let me take another. So somebody might have created something. So I'm going to use this. Say this. Don't worry about all these things because it's very easy. You will come to know all these things very easily. Not exist. Okay, Fine. So it's a different system actually. Let me try with this standard one because this is a FICO system. 00, and I'll try with another customer. Let us see. Yeah. Now see here, I'll just take this material and I'll say this customer. Who is this customer? CPG Europa. Okay, he is the customer name. Okay, so this customer requires this material M05 material code. Now what is this material? Okay, 1000 came. I'll just put 10 quantity. Click on enter. Now see here, this is how order will be created. Now see here, what is this material code? M05. And what is this actually? See description, flat screen LE50P something. So some flat screen related thing. So 10 quantity he is required. Now we are placing an order. Now see here, if I double click on this, so when it is required to be delivered, the date will be there. That is 8/12/2021 is the what customer required. So now from where you will deliver, see there is a plant, manufacturing plant. So 1200 ID, and see here Dresden is the one. So from here they will load the goods into the truck and they will deliver it to the customer. Now what I do, so I will save the order. This is how the order will be created. See, this is standard functionality. We as a consultant, we didn't do nothing. So these are the standard functionalities which is given. If that only will fit as it is, you can use it. Otherwise, we will be doing some small changes here, there. We will definitely do it. That is the reason why we are required to the companies. If everything is ready made, then why do you need? If you are purchasing something which is ready to consume, say food, if you're ready to consume, if food we will place order in Zomato is ready to consume, then why do you need a cook? Not required. If that has to be prepared, then you require. So now order has been created. For the same order, we can deliver the products to the customer. Same customer deliver the products. So when it was there, it was 8th or some 18th. Which date it was there? I'll say put 18th, and where they will have to load 1201. They all these things you will come to know later because I have shown you. So with this was the order which was created. So now I click on enter. So from this shipping point, truck goods will be loaded. See which material? See, we have given order reference, same material, 10 quantity, and we have to pick the materials. So from where we will pick? From this storage area. There is one Gowden with the Gowden ID number 0001. In this Gowden, we will pick it. Okay. See here, not yet picked is there. So for this picking quantity 0 is there. So there is something called as transfer order. So you no need to worry about all these things. So you will get to know in the later stages. So create a transfer order. Say yes. See here, delivery has been created. Delivery has been created and saved. Now again go to the change mode of delivery. VL02N T code. Nothing to worry. Click on enter. Now see, after you creating transfer order, see here quantity has been picked automatically 10. See, fully picked. It is fully picked. Then what you do? You send the truck. So you picked it and you have loaded it. When did you load it? Say some date is there. Nothing to worry about it. So at that time we will see. So one date is there and I say post goods issue. Means truck has left. So there is a error issue. For the period. Okay. Slash MMRV. So what is this company code? 1000 company code. See here 1121 and 1021. Okay. 1121. So today's is 12. So 12th period, 12th month. So this month it is not open. So for that reason it is telling no, nothing to worry about it. So now I'll go to MMPV. You will come across all these things. For now, you are not required to worry. So whatever the error comes, I'm just clearing it. And I'll put the period number 12 and year 2021. Click on enter, say execute. period closing complete, so company is converted. Now what happens in this month, 12th month, in this month, whether you can post it or not, mmrv, here you can see, click on enter. Now see, the 11 has become 12 and the previous month has become 11. Now what I do, I'll go to do the post goods issue, means truck is leaving. When the truck left the a manufacturing plant or depot or carrying forward with the load of goods to the customer place, then at that time you do this VL01. All these things are very minute things once you get into. So sorry, I need to go to change mode, VL02 end transaction. So you no need to scratch your head, currently being processed. So I have opened it here, so that's the reason why it is telling. I'll say slash n VL02n. I'll again re-execute it, click on enter. Now see, so picking 10 is done. Now I'll try to do the post goods issue. Now are you seeing the goods truck left, and no, the issue goods has been issued to the customer. Now it is customer. Now what we do, we have to create an invoice because we have to raise invoice. Now slash n VF01 is the screen where you will raise an invoice. See, create billing document. See, 10 items you have sold. What is that? Flat screen LE50p, and each price net value, so the price is just 0 rupees is there. So basically we are required to maintain the price. So now what I do, I'll just go back. See here, I'll just see, observe this, you have to get an idea. VA01, VA02, click on enter. Okay, VA03. So what I do, I click on enter. See, price is not maintained for this material. Now I double click on it. All these things you will come to know. See, PR00 price is there. Price is there. Okay, there is a 100% discount that has come. So for that reason, since there is a 100% discount that is provided, so for that reason it has made 0. Okay, so that is okay, fine. How it has made, how the 100% is, that is different case. Let me create an invoice VF01. Consider that you have an amount for this. Okay, you have an amount for this. Now net value 0 because it is 100% discount. Now I will say save it. Now see, billing document has been saved. Now say click on display billing document, say accounting entry. Now are you seeing, automatically when you create a billing document, an accounting document is generated. See here, this is the accounting document. See what system is telling. The revenue for 10 quantity 44999, sales revenue account debit, and sales deductions also debit. So this is the accounting entry as to how much is the total value. So now see here, did we do anything over here? We did not do anything, but still the entry has updated in the finance department. It is a finance related transaction. Okay, so which account debit, which account credit, and things like that. Now this financial business transaction had happened, it is updated, stating that since you have given the 100% discount, they are telling that sales deductions, so much amount has been deducted, and the total sales revenue happened this month, this much, 4,499 euros. But you are not collecting money from him because you have deducted this total amount because you have given 100% discount, but it has to be tracked in the finance. So that is how later you will see customer account debit, revenue account credit, and things like that. So now see how this entry is generated at the time of we creating billing document. That is the meaning of integration. See, as and when any department requires any information, system will automatically pass that information to the corresponding department on the basis of the business needs and requirement. Like how you seen information here in the accounts related things. See, automatically did we create it? Nothing we created. All these things, profitability analysis, controlling, special purchase ledger, profit center documents, all these things have been generated. Now that is how, that is the reason it's a meaning of integrated management of all departments in that enterprise. Right? Now See here, as I have given some of the modules. So sales and distribution module, material management module, and financial and accounting and controlling module, production planning. It's just an abbreviations. So that is the reason. Say for example, if some sales department user creates an invoice, and if this integrated management is not there, then these people will have to send the information through email to the finance guy. Otherwise, how will he come to know what amount should be to be charged to the customer, what need not to be charged, when the money has to be collected? All these things, these people will come to know, will not come to know. Now, see, per day, thousands, lakhs of invoices may be created in the business. All those information, if you want to send manually emails, you have to type email 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Then once email came, this guy will have to receive that email and he has to check 2, 3, 5 minutes. What if he missed collecting some payment? It's an unnecessary. So see how much manual work will happen and how much time will be consumed to the departments, employees, and how much salary payment should be made by the company on daily basis because of all this. So otherwise, on the other hand, if you have this ERP software, which will automatically generate entries based on the requirement, and these things you can see it in the again in the tables also. So there will be complete data. You can take the report of all these today's invoices, total amount, net amount, and how many people has to pay today for the invoices, tomorrow, after 15 days, after 20 days. See how easy it is for the finance department. Only they need to take out the report, see who are the people who need to make the payment, send the information, and get the money. That's it. So it's as simple as that. So they no need to bother about how many invoices have been raised by sales department, whether that information has been sent to this finance department or not. No, nothing is needed. So now see how much manual work can be reduced here by using the ERP software. Every day, how much manual work, and also the manual mistakes also can be reduced, because if human beings are processing, some or the other person may miss some or the other business transaction. But once you automatically configured for every system, see exactly how it has captured exactly what amount is total amount, same amount. And you can see, you can have a track of all the other documents from where it has come, all those things. Now see here, there is something called as document flow. See, order is created, delivery is created, then accounting document, invoice is created. If you go here, select this, and if you display this document, so you will come to know this document. And is it the exact amount that is maintained, 44 something 49 or something? Now see here, if you go back, if you go back, see here, net amount customer paid is nothing. But if you double click on it, what is the total amount sale that had happened? See, 44990. The same amount is updated. So comma is nothing but it is a decimal point. So after comma in SAP, decimals will start. This is 449.90 euros. That is how we should read. So this is point. So for one item, so much. How many quantity? 10 quantity. What is the amount? 4499 is the amount. But are you collecting from the customer? No, because you are giving 100% discount to this customer for some reason. So that is the reason both GL accounts only updated in the billing document. Okay, VF03. I will display the billing document. See, this document, when you say accounting, so since it is just an adjustment, but it has to be recorded. So that is the reason revenue GL accounts only debited and credited. There is no customer dealing. That's how this will happen. Right? So that is how we will have to understand. See, due to this kind of functionalities, we can actually minimize a lot of manual work and we can maximize the utilization of resources. See, instead of sending mails and receiving mails, they can focus on some other activity. So you are maximizing the, you are utilizing the resources effectively to maximize the profits, of course. Otherwise, it will be a playing. It's a playground. We are playing. Send these people send an email, and what is this? Only so much, this much, that much. See, all unnecessary time waste, which will cause lot of salaries payment. So how can you maximize the benefit? So that's the reason why people will use ERP softwares to track all the information. Same thing what we discussed, same thing. See, data integrity is maximized and data redundancy is minimized, as the single storing place of all the data also implies that a given set of data only has one primary record. So only one primary, see, this is the main invoice. So for this related all documents on the basis of invoice, automatically so many accounting entries have been generated. Now see here, if I go back, see, so many entries. So what is the main single point of record? This is the main record. Through this, so many documents have been created, which is related to finance department. See how easy it is. Otherwise, if these things has to be done manually, it will be very difficult. So that is the meaning of single point of record and the data integrity. Now see here how ERP helps the organizations. Entire data is available in central database. It eliminates. Why? Because see, single database will be there. That's the reason why the information can flow from here to there easily. If it is separate database, if that is separate database, how can it happens? So that's the reason. So single centralized database, all department data will be stored in single. It eliminates data redundancy, means duplications. Data is updated and available real time, means once anybody creates sales header in Bangalore, anybody who has access to that system can see instantly from any part of the world. That's a real time data. Single point of entry. So just now we discussed best business practices inbuilt. So already, so SAP modular system. So all modules in one system and can implement only required functions. Say if any client wants to implement only SAP for sales department and material procurement department and finance department, they can implement only three. Later, if they want, they can add other departments information also into that. So management can utilize their time in analyzing and can spend less time in coordination. See, coordination, sending mail, receiving mail, all those things, nothing is needed. Go to the SAP, log in and take out the report. If you are a CEO, see how many sales orders you got it, see the total value. You have a reports that you can take it. So then you need to contact to any sales department. Same way procurement, how many materials procured, what price, all those things you can see. So improves the customer satisfaction, of course. When the data is available up to date, then you can faster complete the business transactions, which will increase the customer satisfaction. Now the main feature of SAP integration is through integration of SAP software. Okay, the companies experience greater efficiency and productivity. Now you have understood already. SAP software is ready to use. That is, solutions are already developed for all departments in the form of modules. We have already discussed. Each module of SAP is tightly integrated with other modules. Just now we have seen it, how SDFI is integrated, so that the flow of information across the departments is default. Automatically, it can process. So we have SAP SD module, MM module, FICO, PP, LE, QM, etc. that we have seen it. So there are so many ERP softwares in the market like Oracle, Bond, PeopleSoft, and things like that. But SAP ERP is the market leader when it comes to ERP softwares. Most of the mid and above mid cap companies will use SAP because it is a very effective and efficient mission compared to other modules. Because other modules, say BON is only for PP. BON is only for PP. So this is not for any other things. So you cannot maintain the sales related transactions in the BON. ERP. This is developed only for PP. At the time, it will be very difficult. This is for HR. PeopleSoft is for HR. So that will be little difficult for you to do the integrated management of ERP. So, but when it comes to SAP, it has capability to provide solutions for all departments. Right? Now, SAP who developed? See, SAP AG company has developed, a company has established in 1972, and they are 5 ex IBM employees. They have resigned from IBM and they have found the SAP AG, SAP company in Waldorf, Germany. It is a German based company. And SAP SE, European Multinational Software Corporation. Okay, so that they have changed the name AG to SE, just for making the international, underlining the internationality name for SAP company. That's it, nothing much. And SAP SE company has over 4,25,000 customers in over 180 countries. What is maybe one customer? Shell Oil company is one customer. Under that, you hundreds of consultants will work. Okay. PepsiCo is one customer, and under this PepsiCo project, hundreds of consultants will work. Okay, and Coca-Cola is one customer. Thousands of consultants will work. If you take like that, you imagine what is the scope of the employment in this. 4,25,000 customers is nothing but not consultants. Multiplied by so many number of consultants work for each and every project. Now, evaluation of SAP R1 real-time one-tier architecture 1973, R2 came in 1979, R3 came in 1992, and the real-time three-tier architecture R3 is nothing but real-time three-tier, one-tier, two-tier, three-tier. Now, this R3 has been renamed to ECC, which is ERP Central Component. Only name change, but this is also real-time three-tier architecture only. So they have changed the name R3 to ECC, Enterprise Central Component. And we have ECC 6.0 EHP 8 latest package. What is this? EHP 8, which was released in 2016. And this is the one-tier configuration means it is all the database layer, presentation layer, application layer, means programs of the software, screens of the software, and the database that stores will be at single place. Say MS Office, exe file you install in your laptop. So MS Office, everything, Excel, data, screen, everything will be there in your laptop. You no need to have internet connection for accessing Excel. Say WhatsApp, client server application. In the WhatsApp server, database will be stored and programs will be executed. This is the WhatsApp server. But if you want to chat in WhatsApp, you need to have internet connectivity. But why? Because in your mobile, only the screen will be there. Screens will be there. For you to access the database and application, you need to connect to the WhatsApp server with the application. This is with the presentation layer, PL, presentation layer that you have, WhatsApp icon. So for this, internet is needed. And a three-tier means all presentation layer screens, programs, and a database has been separated. That is the three-tier. So here one tier, here two tier, and here three tier. That's the reason why we will call it as 1, 2, 3. So this is the R3 is this. So SAP all GUI, graphical user interfaces. Whatever the interfaces that you have seen here, the screens, this is the interfaces. And application means programs. So SAP is developed in the program ABAP programming language, advanced business application programming, like C, C++, Java, how it is there. Same way, ABAP is also one fourth generation programming language. Using that programming language, this SAP is developed. All these screens, everything that we are seeing, right? So all these screens have been developed, right? And a database layer, any RDBMS database, they can use Oracle, SAP HANA database, or MS SQL, anything they can use. And these are some of the modules and their abbreviations. You can just go through that. And in R3 we have functional and technical. So SD is a functional consultant. So all these are technical modules: ABAP, Basis, BI, BW, NetWeaver. This, if you want to learn this, some technical expertise, if you have, it is added advantage. But still, without that also, while learning, you can learn it. We are a functional consultants. So two kinds of consultants are there. All these people are functional consultants only. Okay, all these fall under. No functional consultant will write even a single piece of program, and they will not be given access only for the first place. In SAP ERP, we have 4 types of projects: implementation project, support project, rollout project, upgrade project. Once you get into the job, you may be working under any one of these projects, and we will be learning about these projects thoroughly during our course, so that if you join any company, if you are being placed in any project, you are nothing to worry. So you'll be ready to take. And these are the roles and responsibilities of functional consultants. What and also they'll collect the business requirements, they'll prepare functional specifications, functional design, and things like that, and do necessary configurations. I told you, right? That's the configurations. So perform testing after completion of development. So these are the activities which will be done by everybody. And when it comes to SD, sales and distribution, it encloses all the information regarding customer and services in an organization. It deals with shipping, selling, and transportation, goods and services. So that we have seen it: order, delivery, billing. So main under this, there are so many components: so sales orders, deliveries, pricing, billing, credit management, etc., etc. Go back and see the table of contents. So you will come to know what and all the things that we will be learning and will be providing solutions for sales department. And below are the some of the key areas covered by the above module. So basically pre-sales, above module means SD module. Pre-sales actions, comparing, inquiry, quotations, and all those things, sales order processing, sales order SO, all those things, and shipping, including outbound delivery. Just now I created delivery, and document creation and billing, invoice. Just now I created with invoice. So all these are the main functionalities that are there. But anyhow, we will be thoroughly learning as to how to create as well as control those documents according to business needs and requirement. This is also selling, billing, goods and services, and integrates with the data flow with the remaining modules. Now I have shown you one example how the integration will happen with FI. Same way for the other modules also it can. So it is a SAP is a multilingual currency, multilingual as well as multi-currency, which means multiple currencies you can process the documents, and you can access this with multiple languages also. There are more than 52 international regional languages through which you can operate this system. I'll show you in the maybe next to next class. So characteristics of SAP SD includes adaptable functionality, R3, so on, so, and pricing flexibility and rebate processing and things like that. These are again the course contents, so that we will look into it in the later stages one by one. You can go through that. And characteristics of SAP SD includes sample order entry and form window. There are the simple access to all the levels of the order, namely header, item, schedule line, all these things. What is it, what is it not, we will learn thoroughly. So effective batch processing for the orders and things like that. So these are the things that we will be learning during the course of action. Now other topics apart from the regular, so we will be discussing about the integration of SD with Just now I have shown you FI. Like that, that is one functionality. Like that, there are so many other functionalities. So SD with as well as SD with FICO, we will be seeing how we will do the integration, how from where that document, what we discuss with those people and things like that. And real-time business process. So all the real-time business process, as I mentioned, what and all the business process that are needed to be discussed for you to be expertise and to showcase yourself as an experienced person. These things will help. And project closing procedures, once project is closing, then at the time what and all the documents, what procedure we need to follow, what documents, what reports need to be prepared, and tips on ABAP and basis module. So some screens most frequently used, and some of the tables and T codes, things like that, which may be helpful for you, will be discussed. And training methodology, basically. So how topic by topic, first theory I will explain, then step by step configuration. If it is needed to be done, I'll do that so that you will have clarity. Then we will perform the necessary testing on the configurations that we have done, and then we will be viewing the relevant reports if any reports are there. Then question and answers on topic by topic during or end of the topic. So just 2-3 minutes I'll take. By that we will complete this particular. So question and answers on each topic will be provided during end of the each topic or class, so that you will get it. So training materials provided. So real-time business transactions and document templates, configuration documents I'll provide you, user acceptance test documents I'll provide you, user manual documents I'll provide you, additional class notes and necessary screenshots you will get it, and each class recording for future reference you will get it, and interview questions and answers, resume preparation, sample resumes, and all you will be getting. So these are the things that you can. And also I do take some mock interviews also. So this is all about the Introduction to SAP and SAP SD. Now, before I wind up the class, I want to show you some of the documents so that you will have some clear picture on what kind of documents that you get it. Now, see here, if I go to other, say for example, see here, real-time documents. See, there are so many documents. Say business blueprint, how you gather the requirements. See functional specification, how will you prepare, and some important screenshots, right? And some some LSMW, some documents, the VOFM, user manual. So user manual document, how you prepare the user manual. One of the documents I'm opening and showing you. See, this is how you can prepare the real-time user manual document. If you prepare user manual document like this is the best user manual document any functional consultant can prepare. So this is how. So like this, every document, all necessary documents and templates will be, or not only these things, along with that few more things, some T codes related to SAP SD. If you open it, you will see all the major T codes in SAP SD. Like this, the list will be provided so that you can go through that. So step-by-step configuration document. So all these documents, you will get it. Right. So this is all about it. And if you ask me the notes and every day how you will get it, see here. So this is FICO. So if I go back, so if I go to SD, if I go to morning batches, so this 40th batch will be your batch. So you will get all these things along with today's class recording. And if I go back, again, if I go back, see here, if I open any previous batch, any one batch, see here, you have all these things, right? Classes, class by class. If I open anywhere, see, there will be a classroom notes as well as will be a recording associated to that. I'm just playing that recording, how it looks like, just for your information. See, this is how we will do the necessary configurations and what end is needed. See,
Can we do
see submit.
do it from VL10 B also? B for Bangalore. Yes. The delivery government. See the for creating this is 6,000.
Like this, you will get every class will be associated with one recording. See, like this. And also classroom notes. See, like this, I'll be keep on explaining these things, right? So like this, you will have at the end, you will get see some important documents and things like that, and also you will get the sample resumes and things like that, right? So this is how our project goes. So before we wind up the class, if any one of you have any questions, you can ask me. Anyone has any questions? So if you have no questions, we can wind up the class and we will start at 7 a.m. tomorrow. But today I have taken little long because it's an introduction class. Otherwise, I'll be stopping by 8:15 a.m. only, because I also will be having classes. You might have seen that there is a pop-up which has came up. Okay, so fine. Tomorrow onwards, it will be class will be closed somewhere around 8:15 a.m. So 7 a.m. to 8:15. Go through all these things. Go through today's class recording. And if you have any questions or clarifications, you can ask me in tomorrow's class and the start of the class. Okay, fine. Thank you, guys. Thanks once again for attending the introduction session. Thank you. See you tomorrow at 7 a.m. And as I mentioned, you will be getting the recording as well as the notes email by 2 p.m. today. Thank you all. Have a good day.